Another TVC coming up, and of course this time it's on Polar Night. And of course, spawning in the bottom side, we have our red Terran player, who goes by the name of Empire Cass.
And spawning to the top side of Polar Night, it is going to be the blue Zerg player. He's currently up one game. Can he finish off the series and make the sweep happening with a solid 2-0? It is Acer's Bly.
Right, Elmo, we are in a TVC on Polar Night. What are your thoughts maybe on going into this map?
I mean, Polar Night, it's not really my favorite map, I have to say. And also I think a lot of players dislike it just because of its how the map is shaped. I mean, it's very weird. You have this weird expansions, for example, that expansion that is blocked with the rocks behind your natural, which is something that you do not have on many maps, especially on a lot of new maps. So it kind of plays very different from all the other maps that are in the map pool.
Yeah.
But of course, I guess it's Cass's choice to play on that map just as, because he lost the first one. I'm not sure why he would choose that map.
Very good question, because I mean, I do see some kind of potential going for drop play here, going straight
Yeah,
in
that is the
in the
thing.
main, for example, because you have
Um,
very huge space there.
The main is wide open. That is completely correct. So I mean, we saw Cass going for some drop play in the previous games, especially against I think it was Braddock. He was massively focusing on drop play. Maybe if he can repeat that, he could eventually break down Bly here if he pulls him apart. Also, a potential third base would be really far away from the rest of the bases for Bly. So drops, as you completely rightly mentioned there, could be a thing for Cass here.
Yeah, so I mean, going for example for Hellion drops is actually kind of cool, but we were seeing it in the first game already. Bly being spot on what Cass is actually doing, and yet again, Cass is going to go for the command center on the low ground. So Bly won't be punishing this, of course, but we will see it and can respond accordingly.
I'm kind of curious what Bly is planning out here. I mean, it looks very much like game number 1, where he also got a lot of links out very early on. Currently it's 6. Does go for the overload because he will be supply blocked otherwise. But I'm kind of curious if he'll make that 8 or maybe even 10.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked out perfectly from game number 1, and if it ain't broken, no, if it ain't broken, don't fix it or something like that. I don't even know.
Yeah, I think 6 Zerglings are a little bit too much here, but well, considering the potential.
Oh,
Oh
look at
no!
that! Amazing surround there by Bly, taking out the first Reaper there.
Yeah,
Wow. Great circle control there by the blue Zerg player.
yeah, very well done indeed. Because sometimes you see actually the Reapers slipping by, and
And
Bly
also
making
that
it
surround
possible.
was just with 4 Zerglings. So he spaced them out perfectly so that the Reaper couldn't escape.
Very true. And this gives of course Bly now a little bit of counter aggression potential. We do have now Marines already on the way. And yeah, Cass already got. Yeah, I mean, sorry, Bly having 3 queens and being satisfied with this and trying to get his creep spread as fast as possible. Also going for a roach run right now.
Absolutely, the links of Bly will now enter the natural, but of course there are already a couple of Marines out to be able to deal with them effectively. Eventually one Marine does go down, the other one lets the Zerglings actually slip on past, so they will get the full scout on what is going on inside Cass's main base. He sees the quick third command center, he sees that there are 2 additional Rex building at the moment, so he probably can think that his opponent goes for bio, which is already very nice intel for him to have.
And I think the roach run is perfect. He's just gonna go for a lot of roaches right now. 6 roaches now on the way. They're gonna go up to maybe 9 roaches. Okay, 10 roaches. And this is huge. Empire Chaos being scouted, seeing only, yeah, 3 barracks, seeing the additional command center. He's gonna be so vulnerable if he's not getting at least 2 bunkers.
That is very, very true, and so far he's not really making any tries to get some bunkers done because he has not identified what his opponent is going for. If you look at his vision, he knows nothing. Absolutely nothing on what is going on. And that especially is because he lost the very first Reaper. Of course, now he will spot those roaches, but it might already be a little too late here.
Well, he's getting his Marauders, he should be prepared in time, but at least Bly having the potential to do a lot of pressure right now, and also to zone out his Terran, his Terran opponent on 2 bases for quite a while. So we do see the 3rd base in addition, we do see the layer now on the way, so this is just a pressure build of course. He wants to snipe the bunker somehow, but it seems like Bly is just will be retreating here, and I wonder if he's still sticking to the roach count, because of course he was investing in quite a few resources into these roaches. He really wants to get them to be useful as much as possible. So probably gonna see Roach Hydra yet again.
Yeah, that should probably be the thing that he's going for, because actually he's still not researching speed for his Zerglings. Which kinda would suggest that he's not gonna bother using them. Yeah, there we go, there's actually the missile attack upgrade on the way, so definitely no Zergling play. Which usually is kind of the thing against a Terran player. You usually would go for Ling Bling Muta. That is the kind of standard style. Of course you can also go for Roach Hydra, but Ling Bling Muta has proven to be a little bit more effective and also way more popular.
I wonder if Roach Hydra is especially something Bly did consider to go for, considering Cass likes to go for siege tanks. So this is maybe something he had in mind, but look at that. Actually the 3rd base now under a lot of pressure, a lot of Marauders now on the way. The stim pack is finished, so he can just stim in and try to snipe this base. Not that many roaches.
For sure. That 3rd base will go down for sure if he's actually focusing on it. He's first of all going to chase back those roaches, and then he will focus onto the hatchery. And that drops down to 100 HP and does go down. There's nothing the roaches could do about that. Now we have to drone pull, but look at that focus firing of Cass. They're taking out one roach after another, doing some nice amounts of damage, but actually the drones are also doing some nice damage, and eventually Bly will be able to destroy this army, but at what cost, Gentle?
Exactly right, at what cost, but yeah, Cass was killing quite some drones there as well. Lost a big chunk of army, and he won't be able to establish the 3rd base. We have to consider this as well. We have a nice little overlord positioning, and now Acer Bly, he's gonna go for the Roach Infester indeed. This is very, very cool, so he will be assaulting his opponent here quite a few, and Cass, he needs to be sitting in on 2 bases for quite a while.
And here we go, the roaches are now breaching a hole into the wall off. But look at the army composition, there is so many Marauders. I think those roaches will not be able to push on through.
Oh my god, he's actually gonna go for it, and SCV's being full. This is a bad sign here for Cass. But still, Bly, he needs to be a little bit careful. He doesn't want to commit to this. He's just poking in, seeing how much damage he can actually do, and now he should be retreating. The concussive shell is completed, therefore doesn't want to get focused one by one, and oh, but nicely done here by Cass, chasing some of them. Yeah, and we do see Burrow upgrade as well as the Tutu upgrade on the way here for Bly, therefore he will be prepared against this, and therefore I don't know if Cass is actually aware of roaches being more and more roaches being constructed. He is getting some more Marauders, which is very, very important, and now the siege tanks now on the way as well. But I don't know. It really depends on the later decisions both players are gonna make.
Cass is now going for the double drop here into the main of his opponent. This was what we were talking about in the beginning of the game. Drops are very, very effective on this map, and there we go, the medevacs unload themselves, the drones are being pulled there, of course. A lot of mine time is lost, as well as the pool that is going down, so no more circlings for Bly here. But I think he's gonna be fine with that, because he wasn't even planning on using them anyways in the first place.
Oh, nice fungal here, but there's no additional fungals here to clear this off. Therefore, Chaos having the retreat path. And look at the open space there actually on the left side. I've never actually seen this or was actually focusing on this. So the medevacs have more than enough space here to retreat. And giving the cast the possibility to secure the third base, as we're seeing. But yeah, we do see some roaches here poking in, trying to do as much economic damage as possible. And with the water upgrade, forcing the scan. This is a little bit of poking. Both players were killing 9 of these orcas. Oh, actually, Bly wants to commit to this.
I'm not sure if he really should have committed to that, because he's gonna lose a lot of roaches for really not getting done almost anything. He killed like 3 or 4 units, that was not even closely worth it. At the same time, we have a small elite force there in the 4th base or whatever that is, taking actually down the hatchery. That is perfect for Cass. He's actually doing some very nice damage, and he will drop on into the main here. There are some roaches already that should be able to deal with those forces. One medevac is already terribly low, that will go down, but the units are actually in the other one. Lucky for Cass, who's also now moving out into the 3rd base, and this time only roaches there. They definitely will not be enough. And as it is right now, Cass just has the overwhelming force here.
Very true. Chaos with great positioning of the siege tanks on the higher ground, and reinforcements are streaming in. Where are the fungals? Are they landing? It seems they are not, and the drones being pulled as well. Too much damage being done here by Chaos, and it seems he's gonna take this game.
EG is called. Cass will equalize the score in this final of the invitation only bracket. It's a best of 3, so we will have the rubber match coming up next. And if I know the guys correctly, we will have that game just coming towards us in a minute. And actually, just looking at the chat, apparently some people are having issues with the stream. As far as I can tell, I really do not have any issues. So the problem is probably on your side, or at least it's Twitch. So try pressing F5, and if that doesn't